get home.
Looking for a list.
Watch the Cowboys.
I know, it's huge, isn't it?
Change the start time to 6 o'clock.
Sorry, what?
It's huge to listen.
I think it's sort of high.
It is, I'm saying it's 9:30.
Oh, it's not,
Yeah.
okay.
Not have them come back at 6, but have.
Yeah, so we can hang out if you guys really want to.
We can talk about the nominations to serve on the K-Camp Board of Trustees.
Okay,
You want me to pursue that for you?
unless you guys, I'm interested in doing it.
I think it'd be good to have representative.
Let's.
No, and we can, anyone that goes to the meeting can attend their board meetings because it's the same time as the convention, but they just need a board of director. And then I think that there's a few other responsibilities, but I think it's a good.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested, just based off what I've learned. I mean, we got stuff we need to try to push, and I'd love to be a part of that. So, in terms of legislation, so.
So there was an application in here,
Okay,
so we'll have to get that filled out
Okay.
and then submitted.
okay. I can do that.
It has some, but their term had expired and so on. What is it, a 2-year term or, 3-year?
3-year term.
3-year term, I think that's it.
Okay.
And I think, my predecessor.
Craig,
served-
I think he did serve on it, yes.
I thought he did.
Well, that or, we also have a
K-Word,
voting delegate.
right,
at
voting.
their
delegate.
meetings. So I know he always did that,
Mhm.
but he might have been on the board also.
I think when he first
Did he?
term that he got on, I think that he was on there.
Okay.
And then, because you were on KAC board,
Mhm.
and he did that, and then after the term ended a little bit later for you, then he got on the KAC board.
Yeah, and I think between, he and I on the KAC board, Vidrickson, Commissioner Vidrickson at Sling County was on that board.
Mhm.
So on that, that's there's regions. And so there's like a 5 or 6 county area on that represent. So
Okay.
that one, it's Ottawa, Clay County, Gary County,
That's what I was looking for.
Dixon, Sling, and before I was on it, Ben Bennett. Yeah, well, no, he was a wrestling coach.
Hello, you want to go ahead
Retired.
and into the commission meeting to be safe?
Commissioner.
Sheriff?
Yeah.
We did have Sheriff Bennett here.
Kurt Bennett.
I don't think they
Kurt
were,
Bennett, okay.
they weren't related.
I remember Bennett on it.
Yeah.
Bennett moved to Junction City to teach.
Okay.
I had a picture of him in the school deal. And he's standing in the hallway and the paddle, the teachers used to have a wooden paddle. Use that on kids for discipline. And he literally, over there, they would carry the paddle between hours. I mean, our classes
Mhm.
in Salina, there were the shop teachers, gym teacher, there were 2 lady teachers. They'd keep a paddle in a drawer.
Mhm.
So like every once in a while there'd be a knock on the door. And the teacher would walk through the door. Come back. She would open her drawer and get the paddle out. And then go out there and then it's good old. And then the kid would go back, girl or boy,
Mhm.
go back to class. I mean, that was part of the discipline. If you had to do something pretty bad to do it, to get it, SWAT.
Mhm.
I got swatted, I'll be right up front with you. And it's humiliating, embarrassing. You go back in the classroom, but we weren't there, we put our hands in the desk in 6th grade.
Okay.
And for some reason, I had stuck my hand down there and got caught. Not trying to take anything, just that's where I had my hand. Boom, I had to go in the hall and bend over and, yelp a lot real loud. So we started screaming, laughing. Talking about kids paddling in school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they did come back.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
I remember they used to have big paddles. Like
And they all have some,
at the Kennedy area.
yeah.
And I mean, they didn't necessarily hold back. I mean, it wasn't,
Right.
it wasn't like a 3/4 swing or half swing. I mean,
Yeah. That's what I.
It kind of sounds, and then some they would do it right in the classroom. So it kind of sent a message to everybody because they'd see it.
And some of the teachers would drill holes in it, so as a kid,
That was the-
they could, get so faster.
Yeah, plus air resistance.
Yeah, that's the one they had at Kennedy. I think it was a tall one. It was in a window. I think it was, I don't know, they used it, but.
It wasn't like at Lena's or Mr. Cave's farmhouse where they kind of do a little
Yeah.
swat and everybody laughs.
Real quick, while we got Leah here, I think we're gonna have an official vote on this denial of the waive the penalties, just so it's on the record and it's in the meeting. So I'm gonna ask you guys if you're okay with adding this to the agenda today to officially agree to deny the request. He's asking for a written letter, so.
This is the gentleman that came in 2 weeks ago and at the Super 8 motel and asked to have the interest.
No, and it's
waived.
addressed to him, so.
So he was in last week to Leah's office and again this week.
Yes, yeah.
And then he stopped by administration and wanted to know what the commission's decision was about waiving the interest and penalties. And I told him that the decision was that you were not going to waive them, and he asked for a letter in writing for that, so.
Well, and some of it is just the week before, in the publication of the newspaper, it listed everyone that was behind on their tax or hadn't paid it or wherever they were at on it for the whole county. And we'd had the tax sale. And so it's like, how do you make the exception for this one situation in light of all the other people that kind of are in the same situation, maybe not as big of a number.
And we had sent out letters to people that have 20 and 21 delinquent, just kind of giving them some time to try to get those paid and maybe get on a payment plan for the other years. And so I'm thinking this is what triggered this gentleman to come in and see what he could do. And I told him at that time that he had to get the 21s paid, where it would go for the tax sale. Be in that process for that. So, and everybody else pays the interest. Not to that extreme, of course, because.
Well, it's percentage-wise same.
Yes, yes.
Just his was a bigger number.
So I don't, yeah. So I think the idea is add it to the agenda today, officially get into the meeting, vote to if whatever decision you want to make, and then go from there. That would be, I think we all agreed though to deny him. So I think today's just making it official.
Mhm. And my thought on it, we're being fair and consistent.
Exactly.
So that's denial always sounds harsh, but
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Got to treat everybody the same
Mhm.
Yep.
in every situation.
And then Leah, I'm kind of taking your light here, but he did indicate to Leah that he was gonna at least attempt to make
Yes.
some payments to try to get it back. It looked like it would end up taking about 4 years for him to pay off if he ends up doing that, so.
So, he did the form yet. I think he was waiting on your decision and then he was going to
See what he does.
finalize that.
So. Well, first, let's get him the letter and then he can make whatever decision he's gonna make. And we're gonna wait.
So you mentioned that letter you sent out to everyone. Does that seem to prompt some other people to? Because most people, I think, are only a year behind or half of payment.
I think we sent out, it seems like a lot, we sent out right about almost 100 letters of people that were delinquent for 20 and 21. Just kind of gives them some time to get some things arranged so that they could make those year's payments. Or, I told them, I said, well, if you could pay half now and then half here in another month or two. and get those paid off. And so that, I don't know, when your taxes are that far behind, why you wouldn't want to try to make some arrangements before this to give you more time, which I do have lots of taxpayers that do that. They're paying and they'll pay and then they'll get current. So it can be done if they stick with that.
Well, I'm glad he's fixed the place up and uh, location wise, it's a good location. People off interstate.
Right. And Alan does need that.
Mhm.
Do we know, he said he fixed it up. Do we have any idea what improvements he did make?
I think he said they had to rewire the whole thing. That was one big. expense.
Utility
It
maintenance?
was a code
Yes,
compliance that,
yes.
but was able to upgrade. Yeah.
Maintenance. Okay. Suppose that's that. The other thing we got is we're gonna wait on Amber will be here at 10.
Mhm.
Unless you guys wanted to talk about the bid.
Do you have any questions on that or then public hearing notice?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up next. You guys want to review the bid real quick for today? This is bids for culvert pipe 3563 Rain Road, 2914 Barn Road. You can see the bids there. One of them pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
$60. Wow.
But overall, yeah, J&J.
Cheaper to do it that way, or? I guess it is, but it's.
Mhm. And crews will start that. I don't know when they're going to start that. They're trying to finish up with everything with the,
It has a paint stripping.
paint stripping is going well. He started on Tuesday. He was down south, started at Key, and he's making his way south and then over to the east and then coming back up and making a circle. So he got 24 miles done the first day. So he's moving at a pretty good clip, but he's been doing it for years. So he's very experienced.
I know at the southern end, they've got the center stripe,
Mhm.
but nothing on the, are they gonna put the white?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a, you know, in the rural areas, like it gets so dark, you can't hardly see the road. I understand.
Yes.
A lot of elderly people bring that subject up.
Mhm. Yep, we just ask people to be aware of it and not drive across it. One, you don't want that on your vehicle, but two, it kind of creates a mess.
$42 by $6. Yeah. It's a big $36.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Then, I guess I'm just curious, how often does a culvert last like that? Galvanized aluminum culvert, what does that last us?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I know drainage
that
and all
we-
that plays a factor, I get, but on average, do we have any idea?
Let me text Martin, but I'm,
Just
yeah.
something curious about.
Let's see.
I know I went and saw somebody put in up north when I first, I think it was around February or probably March or actually May time. Looked like they did a pretty good job. Got it dug in pretty well.
Yeah.
If it's anything like stock tanks today, it's completely different though. Stock tanks used to be pretty good metal in them. Well, they're,
The gauge.
yeah, right.
Yes.
They're just horribly
And
thin.
that's why he's going with 14 gauge.
Right, I've seen that right away, you know.
That's pretty thick and shit, I would think.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
It's as much as what's going through there, like you said.
Is there any thought on where those bids could be split by the road, or is it?
So you want to approve the J&J for Ring Road and do
I'm just
contact?
asking what the thought was it to coordinate getting it brought out or?
No, I think it was just because overall the total bid, because we're gonna do both projects simultaneous, or not simultaneously, one right after the other, was getting them here from one company and not waiting on the other one, because I think, let me look here for sure, one of them seemed like there was a,
I was trying to read.
so 3 to 4 weeks from contact before the product is here. And J&J. It doesn't say when his is going to be delivered, but the overall cost for both of them is what they were looking at total.
Well, are they gonna get to the next project within 3 to 4 weeks while they're waiting on it to get here? Or how long does it take to do one project? I don't know.
It just depends on how much they have to dig out and stuff, how long it takes to do that.
$60, I get it. Working with the same guys, it would make it a little bit simpler. Not having to
Coordinated.
figure out the new man,
Exactly.
foreman and all that.
Oh, yeah, thank
I
you.
didn't see any big problem there. Everything's-
And actually, what I found out is that Ottawa County does
We did.
this road
Yeah, how about
platted.
Yeah,
Some are
Man.
recorded, and it's
we don't have games yet.
so
We do this.
instead of a 24. What I'm gonna have to do
Yeah.
is have the petition
My
signed.
little girl is in dance.
And then have them send a petition to Ottawa County too, since they're all-
Okay.
and do that.
Okay.
If you're finding that.
Yeah, women,
No, I don't think so, because they're different.
Yeah.
I know.
women's 8.
They're both 785, I believe.
Oh, wow, you really got them going.
I'm just thinking like that.
Time to watch
The one
them.
has an 800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting used
Want
to
to
it.
watch them?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Football.
Just all the sports and stuff, yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Yes, yeah.
At first it's kind of like, but then, I don't know. as
For a while, you get
older
used to
and
it.
More kids, you're like,
Yeah.
it's just kind of what I do now.
Yeah.
Are you gonna coach?
I really don't want to.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't always want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just
Understand.
want to blend.
Because they'd all be coming up to you when you're trying to coach.
Well, I
Hang
just,
on a minute, I got something.
I don't know how to put it in, that to me, that's like correct. I just want to enjoy watching. I don't want to be involved.
Yeah.
But they have less coaches, so yeah, good idea. But
At some
if
point,
I can't do it, I'll do it.
yeah,
They always end up.
Right now.
But
at some point it'll probably.
I figured. But it is getting kind of cool. My third grader,
Mhm.
they're just getting a little more serious,
Yeah,
competitive,
yeah, that's cool.
into it.
That's
Yes.
cool.
Kind of fun to watch.
It is fun to watch. I like it.
See their progression as they get older too, that's for sure.
Some kids develop so fast.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, and it's genetic.
It's scary though.
And, yeah,
Having a little kid,
one of our, he's
it's
good.
hard to imagine.
He's
Mhm. There's always one or two
Good.
that kind of are above, but then the rest of them do catch up.
His name, man, he's
Some you don't always
throws the ball like 30, 40 yards.
Dang.
realize,
I mean, like-
some of them are.
Yeah, like throws the ball.
Mhm.
Like, okay, guys throwing zingers out here.
Mm.
So, third grade.
That's good. He'll, might work, be something.
Sometimes there's a year age difference,
Mhm.
calendar year, even though they're in the same
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
And that's,
That's a big
that
difference.
makes a difference early on. And then,
Shoot.
at the state track meet, one of the athletes, all of them that place are really, really good, but I think both her parents were D1 athletes.
Dang.
And so
Mhm.
not only the size and the speed, but the training, and work ethic on sports early on was already in place. And so, I mean, they're just got a big advantage over the others and the skill set.
Even it seems like my boys, they grow like it's like 1 month.
Yeah.
Like it isn't over the whole year. Like they grow, like it's like 1 month out of
Yes.
the year. All of a sudden, they're at the new age.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, when did this happen?
Uh-huh.
When did you
Yes.
start thinking that way? I
Right.
don't know. It's like a flip, like a
Yeah,
switch.
yeah, I understand.
That baffles me a little bit.
Just wait.
Every once in a while, you're like, oh, you're old.
Okay, all of a sudden, eat extra for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Though? Like,
I mean, really, it's like they're hungrier and their
Uh-huh.
bodies just.
yeah. Well, even mentally, like Henry kind of went from being a toddler to finally got a little
Oh,
boy. You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Like he
Yes.
changed his
Vocabulary
Yeah,
changes.
well,
Yeah.
don't call me this now.
Yeah.
I don't want you to call me this anymore.
Wow.
It's like, oh, okay.
We actually have a lot of, Martin said we actually have a lot of 50-year-old tubes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. So, and again, it's gonna go back and be dependent on obviously what's running through it, but you know,
I got the COVID babies. I
yeah,
call them.
Did you send the new letter out?
I did, I give it to Kenny.
This guy.
I'm sure I spelled it right.
Amber likes to visit with us. She forgot donuts and cookies again.
I know, I'm like, I mean. You're gonna be surprised when I bring you a bunch of donuts.
And he's not gonna get one.
You're like, hey, you missed out today, Ron. Help
That's
us
right.
get the memo.
Graduation.
I said it last week.
You got it? You
Yeah,
want me
we
to
already
do it?
said it.
Oh, we
I
did.
said it last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's the only thing you had.
I think so.
No,
I didn't get email.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
We
don't
didn't get
think we had
email.
any emails.
No, we didn't get any mail for you guys.
So.
Yeah, kind of a late one today.
Mhm.
I may have to leave at 11:45. It's on that. We're coming to the house that I've got to be there. so.
Okay. Getting that cleaned up from your water.
Oh, yeah, that's all done. So,
Good, good.
Did your basement flood again or what?
no, just that once.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's knock on wood.
I got some pretty good sized hail today in Salina. Did you see that?
Yeah, and down south. Newton Park
Area,
Stadium,
right.
Wichita,
Mm-hmm.
golf ball.
We thought we were gonna get it, but it just seemed like it kind of split, so we were lucky. Knock on wood.
Well, it wasn't even on the,
Downpour at my house. We
I
got
know.
some.
it wasn't even showing on the app. It
Mm-mm.
didn't even have any moisture. And
Right.
then all of a sudden, it changed and then the clouds rolled in.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty dark, yeah.
What's going on with the leak here?
You
I
brought it up.
don't have I don't know. We're trying to
Remind me.
find, yeah. We're trying to figure out where it's coming in at. It's probably something that wasn't sealed properly. So we're going back and taking a look at that again. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't have a good answer for you. I really don't. There's probably too many places for it to come in.
Okay. So we're looking into it.
Yes, we are looking into it without a doubt. So Seth went out and did some sealing on the outside again. We did have some ceiling tiles damaged in courtroom 2 as well. So, but that's been an ongoing issue. I didn't look out front here. I need to look and see in the hallway out here because occasionally that happens out here too. So it's just running in. It can come in clear on this side and just trickle down the pipes and come in another place, unfortunately, too. So the roof is good because we had it inspected once we had the hail before.
I thought we talked about that this year.
So it has been inspected. K-Camp was out here and had their company come in and do that, so. A little bit frustrating.
The tar and rock, or what's up there?
It's a flat roof with a membrane on it.
Okay.
Yeah. And same thing that we put on Stroh Hall and the highway shop too. So, and it's put
That
for
big
glass.
rubber. Yeah.
And it is supposed to last. I don't remember what the 50+ years on it, so.
Yeah, so,
That's one thing when the renovation was going on, that's what we looked at hard to make sure we had a quality road.
right, some of it's not sealed somewhere. Okay,
Yeah.
so they trying to find that, I guess, is it unfindable?
We've looked every place that had leaked in the past.
Mhm.
He's double checking all the seals there. He's looking to see if there's any other areas that we can identify. The problem is that, you've got your drop ceiling and then it's concrete above that. Getting up there and trying to identify it sometimes is hard to do. He's been up on the roof and looking there. We've got the drains on both corners, but depends on how the rain blows sometimes too, so all the RTU units around, he's looking to see if those are, if the seal is broken or anything like that, so he's looking at those,
I
but
read about it, look for somebody.
you can't really put some type of a screen around them because then you're not getting the airflow that you need. So we've talked about that, especially
It's all.
RTU1 over here with the mill. So we get all that chaff and all that kind of stuff coming in, but putting a screen on it wouldn't help. So it's something that they've been
That's,
discussing and cussing
And they're still.
for years, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It happen every time it rains.
No. We had 5 inches in a really short period of time, so that's probably a contributing factor to it, so.
I think it's pooling up though.
Yeah.
That's what's causing it.
Not already anything done today.
I'm just bummed. I don't get to go to the Sunflower Show now.
What is that?
How come?
It's KU.
Oh, okay.
Notice he said K-State first.
Because
Graduate there?
they always say,
No, he did not.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
you guys are from KU, this good school.
How come you're not home?
Huh?
How come you're not
I'm gonna
home?
go home.
Oh,
Hunting.
You have tickets?
Yeah, I bought season tickets.
Are they being used?
I just told them. I just figured this out this week and told them. You didn't want them.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know. I bought the cheap ones, man. They're up at, they're not bad. They're 50-yard line, but they're up on the top deck.
Oh, okay. Little 50-yard ones.
It is, yeah, it's a good spot.
Yeah, yell loud enough.
Maybe not.
I'll hear you.
Might be a little bit far away, but I have a nosebleed.
have you been to the new stadium? Okay.
I haven't been able to make a game because of all the sports and stuff. And I told my wife, like, we're just selling it. We're not doing it again.
Yeah.
We're clearly not making any games.
You can avoid the congestion.
You know, that happens in these type games. Last year.
It's almost a job. You
we
almost
have
have
the
to
games
do
like
that.
this.
But it's not too bad.
I don't know.
So, and they
I'm,
be
my
done by the
kids take
summer.
the tickets.
Oh.
Yeah.
Late, they're
But
glad
they're
to.
doing some work on.
No, I'll be honest. I sold them when and got my money back. I said, well, why am I gonna make it?
They got it closed right
Yeah.
now.
The first game, yeah, they sold
It's a mess.
25 a ticket.
Mhm.
It was the first game in the stadium.
Yeah.
I pretty much paid them back right there. It reminds me, sit here doing nothing. I will be gone. October. Well, I'll only be gone to one meeting, October 30th.
Okay. You have your calendar out. October 13th is staff development day.
Okay.
So, and that'll be, the county offices will be closed, but we will all be out at Stroll Hall. So it's training and whatnot.
13th, got it.
Also, you might want to tell them audit canvas coming up.
That's in November, yep.
In this order?
So
Audit
the
and canvas.
audit and canvas will be on November the 13th.
the
No, I'm
audit.
sorry, audit will be on November the 7th and the canvas will be on November the 13th.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
Come on up. State your name.
My name's Amber Piper. I'm the 911 director, and today officially marks being here 1 month.
Congratulations.
Thank heavens.
Glad to have you.
Thank
Good.
you. Do you guys want me to talk or do you ask me questions?
More, you give us your report and,
Okay.
just kind of tell us what's going on in your area and if there's anything we need to know about or.
All right, so I don't believe it's a surprise at this point, but the main issue of dispatch from me coming in till now has been staffing. So currently what we are at are 3 full-time, 2 in training, and then we have 1 full-time that starts on Monday. She's a current dispatcher with Fort Riley, getting out of her military term, and they aren't able to hire citizens. So hopefully she'll be a pretty quick train for us coming in, being still that dispatcher. And then we also have 5 PRNs, which are temporary dispatchers that we've gathered up. They either currently work for another agency or they have past dispatching experience either with us or with another agency. So we have them kind of on a trial temporary period, hopefully through December. And then we throw all of those together to make our wonderful schedule currently and what that gives us for September. We actually came out better than what we projected. At one point, we had 11 to 12 shifts that were with 1 dispatcher on shift. And what we're facing now are only 2 full shifts that are just down to 1 dispatcher. And then there are some other partials that are down to 1 certain times of the day. But we managed to make those 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. where hopefully the call volume's down as well. Along with that, we've identified a lot of challenges that maybe being a 1 dispatcher would bring to the table. So we've been working with police, fire, EMS. Just yesterday, we worked with police chiefs. They're on board for self-dispatching, which will help us out. So it allows the officers to place themselves on shift, off shift, put them out busy, like at break or admin business checks. They really liked that because it gives them some more safety issues, address some of the safety as well. Like instead of announcing to dispatch, they're doing business checks. Sometimes the public knows that area might only have 1 or 2 people on it. So instead of putting that out over the radio, where if somebody was looking at committing a crime, they would know exactly where that person was at that time. So they can now do that themselves. It brings a lot of other positive things, but that should look at being put in place early next week. So that's one of our big things that we're excited about. Also early next week, we got all of the fire, EMS, law enforcement to give us radio aliases so we know who has what radio. So now when they talk on dispatch next week, it'll show us who's talking in case they couldn't get out their number in emergency. It brings in the man down buttons. It really helps with a bunch of new hires in the PRNs to learn those numbers to see who's talking to them. So we're excited about that. I did get the reports built for the monthly stats that I'll be providing to you guys. I found a lot of useful things from my last agency and officials and chiefs, fire personnel, they like seeing that data. But basically what it'll provide to you, which hopefully you guys also have on Friday, is how many calls are coming in each area, which agency, how many calls they have for that month, what type of calls they were, what priority. It even breaks it down to maybe what time of the day was the most activity, that sort of thing. It shows you a little bit of like what the call volume looks for 911 as well, and just some overall 911 numbers. I believe this meeting was to focus on some things for the next year. If I'm wrong, I cannot speak of those, but I did have a couple things that I wanted to share with you guys if you're interested.
That'd be good to hear.
Good.
All right, so we currently use Abco EMD, and it is quite outdated. The actual card sets that dispatchers use, they're going on, don't quote me, about 15 to 20 years. So there's a lot of changes in that time. What I've also learned is with the ABCO program, as it's new to me, Salina, we use a different EMD program, but they are more customizable. So we can get new EMD draft cards and then meet back with medical personnel to maybe determine if what we ask callers is even still relevant. So an example of one of those is on a fall. Dispatch spends time asking, what kind of surface did you fall on? Does it really matter if it's carpet or concrete? Are we not gonna send a medic then? Like some questions just need to be reviewed, like, is there a reason? Would we send different personnel or equipment to the questions that dispatcher is asking, just to make sure they're still relevant? And maybe on the flip side, does EMS want to know something else that dispatch is not currently asking? So just to bring that group together, just to relook at those. Having actual card sets that dispatch has to use is pretty outdated. As we know, most everything is electronic. So currently dispatch starts a call for service, then they must move away from the program, actually flip these cards. That gives you some human error sometimes if you flip to the wrong card or taking time away from that patient care. If it was some way in front of them on that same computer screen and had the questions there, they could answer and be typing in the narrative at the same time would be beneficial. Currently, we look at a guide slide, we ask the questions, and then when we hang up with the caller, yes, help has already been sent because another partner's doing that if time allows. But now that dispatcher must go back to CAD and then type from memory those questions that they've asked. So sometimes not all the information goes back into CAD, so those responding units don't see that information either. So we're missing a little bit there. But with that electronic version, the cost for ABCO to do that is $22,000. Here, we don't have any type of protocol for fire and law enforcement. And so what I find sometimes is the quality of service that callers get when they call in varies. So we teach ABCO, so we ask that dispatchers gather the where, the who, the what, the when, and then weapons when applicable. But there's no rhyme or reason how they get that information. There's not a set of questions. So it's based on experience. Maybe the newer person might take more time to get all that information. So I'm really for a way, if a dispatcher would need it, of putting those questions in front of them. So we can already do that within our CAD system. It's called a questionnaire tab that we already have. It just takes me time going in and putting in those questions. We've also talked a lot about like an active shooter incident, as you know, last week in the United States, we just had another one. So you already have the panic when caller calls in or numerous lines ringing that you could freeze, because it's not something that we do every day. Thank goodness here. But the dispatchers don't practice it a lot. So if they can just remember to get that active shooter call type in there, it brings up the question. So now it's something they know to move on to questions that are right in front of them, of what they need to gather. And then as they're marking those questions, it's putting that information right into CAD and narrative. So responding units have that right away. So in that theory that I want to do that for fire and police, that's free to us. I don't see spending the $22,000 necessarily going through ABCO, when I could also build the EMD questions that we use into that same program. So those are just ideas out there. Another flip side to the $22,000 that kind of goes along with this other project that I have. 911 is very, has a great benefit of the 911 funds. So all training, QA, EMD type stuff can come out of 911 funds that we are given for our county. So a lot of the stuff that we ask for doesn't come out of a county budget. So, the second new thing that I'm focusing on is a program called Comcast. So it is AI built, which AI is amazing but scary at the same time. There's so much stuff. But what this would allow for us is currently what's been on the back burner, at least from my impression, is quality assurance, because it takes time. It takes a human have to go back, pull the calls, review the calls, make sure that dispatch is asking the correct questions, getting the information. This system does it for us always in the background. So it's actually queuing all of our calls. A great aspect of that is you get feedback if you need it on the same shift, not days, currently months later, to the dispatcher, to the fire department, who's ever looking for it. It's all turning around all of our calls within 20 minutes. That's also radio traffic. It flags calls with that the dispatchers might have heard graphic descriptions on, something with multiple casualties, any type of high-risk mental health. It then emails me as the director so I can look into that call and see if our dispatcher needs to be checked on. That's a lot of forward-facing that the dispatch is moving towards, is just focusing on their mental health as well. On the flip side, it also flags me for recognition. So if a caller praised the dispatcher somewhere in the call, I think sometimes dispatch lacks hearing the good as well. If they gave good CPR, that call is instantly sent over to me. It flags it in the AI world. We can also go back and ask questions of the program. So example, if I have a dispatcher in training that's maybe struggling with always being professional, I can take all of their calls that have been reviewed, ask the question, was the call taker professional? And if there's ever a time that AI determines on a call of ours that they weren't, it sends me those calls right away. We can replay just that section of the call, give that feedback to that dispatcher so they have real examples, because sometimes it's hard. They say, well, tell me a time when. Well, I don't remember a time when. So you have real examples. That's just an idea. It auto-generates monthly summaries for our center. So it'll tell me right away what we did well, what we're not doing so well, so we can set goals for ourselves, work on that. It also takes those monthly summaries and it creates micro-learning for us. So to say, hey, based on the trends of your department, it looks like you guys could use this. It's short 5 to 10 minute videos that we can also use for our training, and gives us topics. And then the other fascinating part of it is it creates AI simulations that we can use for training. So currently, like I have one dispatcher who's been here 6 months. He's never really had a high priority in progress, even a CPR call, which is great for Abilene that we don't face a lot of that, or Dickinson County that we don't face a lot of that. But what happens when he is introduced to that in a live situation? Is he going to be able to do it? He doesn't have that muscle memory of lots of practice. So this gives us real time training. It acts like the best real caller that we get. It puts in emotions. We can send that out to all dispatchers for some training in their downtime. We can use it with all of our new hires. We can take right now we get a lot of feedback on structure fires of ways that we can improve on structure fires. We can take a real call of ours as a structure fire, put it back into the system. It'll create us a simulation, and then we can send that back out to all of our dispatchers of a real call of ours that they can then retrain on. So that's pretty cool. Everybody has self dashboards, so they can log in. Right there, it shows them what they can correct, self-corrections right away. Like, oh, 90% of my calls, I'm missing the phone number. They don't have to wait for me to go hand touch review stuff to see how they can be improving. With that, if we can finalize something with them by the end of October, they give us a $15,000 discount. So it ends up costing $13,000 a year. Again, that can come out of 911 funds, not the general budget. So in looking at spending money, I'd rather go this direction than $22,000 on an EMD program that I can already build into something and keep things universal if that's what we're going to go for fire and police, instead of having a different way for them to do EMS. Other than that, I know the budget is important to you guys. So I know each department was kind of tasked at look at how we can save to that bottom line budget. I can't bring a lot to the table because the majority of mine is personnel, but I did go through and double check our county budget of 911. I found a couple discrepancies that we fixed with finance of things that actually could qualify under 911 funds. There wasn't a lot in there, but it was a couple thousand a year. So in the future, those will be put over to the 911 funds. And then I went through and reviewed what services we were paying for out of the county budget. And I found a service that we weren't using any longer. So we canceled that yesterday, and that's a $1,200 savings.
It all adds up.
That little bit. Doesn't seem like a lot, but there's not a lot of living there. We are very fortunate for the 911 funds in the state of Kansas. So pays for all our utilities, internet, phone services, everything.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I once heard a term, if you're not worried about the pennies, you're not worth a nickel.
Yes. Well, as I always want to improve, oftentimes improvements come with money. So to me, we can't just keep spending money. What else can we save it on? So I can
Sounds
I
like,
can ask you for $13,000 out of that.
well, no, I don't know where the 911 fund is. We have to go through that, but this, I really like what you talked about, the software system. This is the sort of stuff we ought to be doing, trying to make it better using technology.
Yes,
love
and I'm big into keeping it universal, like, the more simpler we can make it for dispatch, that every call they take is gonna be ran the same way, not what's different if it's EMD or different if it's fire, different if it's police, they really,
Get your process flow going.
yeah,
Absolutely. I like what I'm hearing.
yeah.
She's hit the ground running, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, anything else you guys would like
You're
to know?
fine. I appreciate you coming in and sharing today.
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Like I said, I should have those monthly stats due Friday. I'm kind of a nerd on data, so if you don't like it, just trash it, but thank you.
We look forward to it. Thank you.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
I gotta up my game on the clerk's office. I don't talk much.
I know, you don't like to. What is that? It's always this position. They don't like to talk.
It's the one, to me, it's the one that does all the announcing.
I don't mind that.
Anything else you guys want to talk about? What else? We had K camp, we covered the letters. We did,
Yeah. There's not really much else that, at the public hearing, but John's supposed to be here to cover that, so.
You wanna talk about that grant that's problematic? CNB, is that what you said?
CDBG, that's what Dawn's coming in.
Oh,
Dawn
okay.
and Deb will be here for that. Or well, Deb will be online from what I understand for that.
Right.
well, I'd propose that we take a recess till the normal meeting at 11 a.m.
I bet.
They're muted.
Okay, now they're not muted anymore. That's weird.
If you probably accidentally just clicked the mute button.
Perfect. Good.
You
Thank
did the
you.
right thing. Call.
I know. Okay, good. Now we're good.
So, and we're still recording.
Yes.
So,
Yep, we should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, thank you
You're welcome.
very much. We went on break, so
Yeah,
we're good.
no, I figured. Okay. Listen, I'll be up right about 11.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
other than that, need anything else?
I know where to find you.
How was vacation? You haven't shared your vacation with us.
It was nice. We
Good.
went to Table Rock.
Okay.
I spent a little time down there, so didn't really do a lot. We
Well,
rode the scenic railroad down there.
was that pretty fun?
It was nice. It was nice. There's a lot of foliage, so we're driving through, tunnels of trees, but that's where it is. So, and then we went up to top of the rock. They've got and I know Brad had talked about it before, but they have it's like a golf court tour.
Yeah.
The gentleman that owned or started Bass Pro Shops put in a
Oh.
preserve there.
Wow.
And so it's a golf cart tour that takes you down through the mountains there, I guess, if you will. But
Wow.
we didn't do that this time. We just went to their chapel that they've got, and they've got some restaurants up there and a golf course.
Sure.
It's,
A fun getaway, wasn't
it
it?
was nice. The weather was beautiful. It was just good. So
Good
you have any
deal.
trips planned?
We're thought about going to, what's it called? Ponderosa Pines.
Really? That would be something.
That's our cedar trees out the pasture that we're gonna be.
Oh.
I didn't know there was a place called that.
Well, for some reason, I think that there
It might be, I
is.
don't know, but I call it, but I'm going out cutting cedar trees out of the pasture.
Took Mary Sue out there and did you have a picnic?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, we go out there sometimes, but I remember one time I had a couple of kids that were, kind of handicapped,
Hmm.
17-year-olds, 18-year-olds.
Yes.
But one spent most of the day honking the horn on a skid loader. I think for some reason it was just something you like doing. And of course, when you hear a horn going, it makes you scared because you think something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The other one goofed off and read a book. So
Oh, so that didn't help. Yeah.
I kind of cut it short that day and said, let's quit. We're done for the day. I got home, I told Mary, said, I am wore out. I
Yes.
absolutely wore out. And I told her kind of what happened. She kind of laughed because it's kind of hard.
Well, kids these days are just,
It's a different deal,
yes.
and there's lots of situations with kids today. And boy, oh boy, it's scary.
Mhm.
I mean, if that's, if those are the ones that are going to defending our country, I don't know. Maybe they said it about our generation too. I don't know, but things are changing a lot.
They're changing a lot. You're right there.
You know.
How is the juvenile detention and weren't you guys looking at Ottawa County?
Yeah, Ottawa, and all the paperwork's done. We're all on top of it. Just waiting for the state to.
Approve it?
That's all we need.
So are they going to be, so how is that going to work? So if Dickinson County has a juvenile that we need to take there, then if they're going to call over to Junction first, and if they're full, then they're going to direct them to Ottawa
No,
or?
we'll take care of all that. You guys are just like it's always been before.
Okay,
Nothing going to be, and then it'll be staff, part of our people and part of other people.
okay,
Staffing and stuff to try to save money on both ends. And this should work out okay, because it is, as you can see, I mean, everything's getting full
yes, yes,
and it's expensive
it is.
to the taxpayers and so on and so forth. So I don't know.
I don't remember how many beds Ottawa County has.
I don't know. I'd lie to you. It's sufficient enough to take care of us too. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so then would there need to be any renovations done at the jail?
No,
Okay,
no, it's nice.
Good, good,
No.
good. I wasn't sure what their setup looked like.
There's all kinds of compliances you had to, because of youth and adults and
Uh-huh.
all that stuff. So
You know when the state will finish their inspection and sign off on things?
they're supposed to right away.
Okay.
They don't say they're going to do that.
This is from Tim. Is he going to do this for us for that
I don't know, I'll find out because,
thing he was talking about? I
Mhm.
forgot that would be that money coming from DC.
yeah. Let me find out for sure.
Okay.
Can I take this? Or let me make a copy of it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me go and do that.
Okay.
Yeah, Doug, I don't know if you know, but the detention center, juvenile detention center in Junction City is getting to the point where we don't have any more room. So we're going to go to Ottawa. And it's that bad, Doug. It's just,
Is it drugs or?
Yeah.
Combination of.
a combination of everything. And what's really sad, they would rather be there in the detention center than wait at home. When you have a youth that would rather be in jail than be at home, you know it's got to be bad.
Yeah.
Well, they get 3 meals a day. They get, all that stuff like that. And educated, there's a full-time teacher hired to teach. They're not to sit there and, it's sad.
I don't think I've seen it be as bad as what it is now.
Yeah.
It's just,
And then the crimes, you know better than I do, are becoming worse and worse. It's
yeah,
the
makes absolutely no sense.
no. Gosh. And they say there's another new drug coming in that's makes fentanyl look like nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Drug ain't the problem. It's about morals.
Yep. There you go. The drug's going to do what the drug does.
It's a family problem.
That's a good way to put it there.
Most of them guys, I bet you probably agree with this. Most of them got pretty, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's some guys out there probably don't have a reason to really be a drug addict. They had a pretty good life. And that's the reason for some of them. They get everything they ever wanted.
Because it hits all.
What do you reach for then? There's nothing to reach for. Some of them people are so jacked up though, they're just trying to escape reality.
Oh,
And then they end up doing the same damn thing that happened to them,
yeah.
to their kids.
Generations go down.
Just 'cause you don't beat your kids, neglect is, you might as well beat them.
But the way
This is bad. This is bad.
Perpetuates, continues.
what gets me is the dogs that some of these folks own are taken care of better than the children are taken care of.
Yeah.
Come on, now wait a minute here. I know we're not, we ought to be on somewhere up on that food chain, a little higher than that.
To them,
Yeah.
it's terrible. I watched, I probably shouldn't, I watched crime. There's YouTube channels now that go through the whole investigation with you. They'll show you arresting them. They'll show you them interrogating the suspect. And they're bad crimes. They're murdering people, But
Yeah.
some of these guys, there was one yesterday and he killed 2 girls. But the way he talked about it
Oh, it's terrible.
was so sinister. It was just like he was taking the trash out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was so whimsical.
Sensitized to humans.
It's chilled through me.
Yeah.
Care.
Let's go ahead.
And I was just like, man, you
Permission to
can't
go ahead
deal
and execute.
with
Don't you think?
dealing with.
Fine.
Yeah, that's gone.
Fine.
And all of
That's
them
right.
too. We'll do,
Taking a hammer
That
to
one?
somebody in the bathtub.
and then the Sanders one,
Uh-huh.
Leah had sent it to me.
Baby.
I hadn't had a chance to.
Them in the oven?
With it, yeah, but if he.
The one I watched the other day was. It made me
I'll get hold of him and tell him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Dumped his daughters in
Dumped him in what?
an oil tanker,
Really?
drowned to death. That's how he killed him. So he could have a new girlfriend. That's serious. That's the whole story.
I just
Had
read
zero sympathy, he's
Man.
sociopathic.
Who was that?
In Arizona. It was on the news forever. His family went missing. He tried to act like he couldn't find them. And then what ended up happening is dumped.
Wow.
Did you read the recent one on Amish? You won't ever hear anything here. An Amish mother kills the husband and a child, takes 4 other children in a buggy or something, golf cart, drives a lake and drowns them all.
Oh, my
Is it a
word.
postpartum thing?
I don't know what.
Because postpartum is real.
Yes, yes,
You know, moms getting postpartum depression will kill everybody.
yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, kill their
Yes.
kids, they'll kill everybody. And it's something
And I can see
with
that.
the hormones and
Exactly.
it can fucking put them over the edge. I don't even think they know what they're doing. They're just doing it.
Wow. Boy, am I.
Because I remember the doctor, yeah, he talked to me about it a lot.
Mhm.
Make sure if you see these signs, you need to call us.
Right.
I'm gonna write you sign it. What are they? Because my wife gets me to be.
Yeah. I can't remember. Suicidal thoughts of one.
Yeah.
I said, well, I'm gonna call you anyway. My wife's told me.
Stay back, stay back.
Don't call, don't worry.
Yeah. Well, it's sad.
Yeah, I gotta quit watching those though.
Yeah, they upset.
It really does. It really messes with my brain.
Yeah, definitely.
Those children are just so precious to me. I mean, innocent, you can't do it. Love them, you know, and you don't have to put, as I tell people, I joke a little bit, but I say, you don't have to put a battery in them. You don't have to plug them in. Just give them a little bit of love and they'll go, go, go.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
I could go on for days about this, but the sex crimes. I think the stat was 60, I can't remember, 65 to 70% of sexual assault is done by somebody within your close immediate family.
Oh, wow.
Yep. That's,
In other words, your uncles and
yep.
that's who's fucking the world up, to be quite frank.
Mhm.
Because
Within your own families.
in my mind, to me, that's murder because you kind of took that kid's soul away way before he needed to realize that there was evil like that in the world or them or her.
Mhm.
It's
And
terrible.
then you start, reading about it. It's like, okay, then that kind of creates the drug addiction and then their family's not, now they're poor for 5 generations and
Wow.
addicted to drugs and
Yeah, it's
one thing can set that whole thing in motion.
one thing absolutely can, yes. Yeah.
So I'm advocating, definitely, my bad. That's where I was going with that.
Well, I hear you.
I guess I don't have anything on the docket for this afternoon.
You
or
don't?
This morning, do I? I don't
No,
know what it would be.
no, that's good. I saw a lot of cars out. I'm assuming first appearances and stuff, but
Yeah,
yeah.
the court's just flooded upstairs.
The jury today or just,
I think it's
Hearings?
his first appearances, and then in Judge Googler's court, there's quite a bit, isn't there?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it was full.
He's usually on Thursdays,
Wow.
so it's crazy.
I was gonna catch him to sign some papers, but he just covered over.
Yes.
No.
Too
If
many
you don't
things.
need anything, I'll hit the road.
I think we're fine.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Thank
See
you.
guys Later.
Okay.
Good.
No, you on the air?
Yes, we are. Yeah. And recording too. So since we're still technically in the study session, even though we did take a break, but
No, and we kind of live in a special place here where we live. You know, it's not,
mhm,
world is this tame.
Don't speak it too loud. I said, don't speak it too loud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't jinx it.
Yeah. I told my wife that, we met in Lawrence and then I lived in Kansas City. She lived in Kansas City. So we lived up there for a little bit. I remember telling her that, like, I'm going home. It's just not, it's very different.
yes.
There's other places like here. There's disadvantages too, but
Mhm.
Yeah, I had gone to school partially in Europe, and there was 500 kids in a class. And you talk about crime,
Mhm.
the worst thing you could imagine.
Mhm.
So when I ended up going to school over at Hope, my father had been stationed at Fort Riley, there was 22 in our class. Do you think I was going to give that up? 22 people. They knew you by first name and knew you wanted seconds when you came through the second time.
Mhm.
You know, that type of thing.
Yes.
Just, and I think the thing that struck me most of anything is the wall lockers, there wasn't a lock on it, one wall locker, not one lock. And I thought,
Mhm.
this is heaven.
Mhm.
You know, we'd go to school, we had to be at school at 9 o'clock. We took all our classes real quick and they got us home. We didn't spend about 3 or 4 hours in school.
Really?
Because, yeah, it was too dangerous. They were blowing up the buses and kidnapping the kids. Judge Parker was involved with some of that stuff.
Wow.
He would take military kids for ransom.
Uh-huh.
So it was bad. So to live in a community where, you can walk down the street and everybody knew your name and your biggest complaint was your grass is too tall.
Mm-hmm.
You can live with that,
Mm-hmm.
That's how I grew up.
Yeah. In the rural areas, these are the rural areas.
Even that's changing a little bit though. Like, I used to ride my bike to town.
Mhm.
I don't think that's common anymore. I don't think people find that acceptable anymore to let a little kid,
Agreed.
11 years old, ride a bike to town.
Mhm.
You just don't see it anymore.
You don't even see them riding around in town very much.
Is that right? That's,
No, that was I guess for my kids, I feel bad about because I feel like probably I was the last generation.
well, you probably always went down to the grocery
I
or
grew up the old way.
the candy store and get your candy and everything. You didn't have to be supervised. Yeah.
No, none of that. I used to be able to buy cigarettes for my mom
Oh, wow.
and bring them home. And we had a sheriff who lived right next to us.
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember all that stuff
Mhm.
still.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Well, did you grow up in
Solomon.
Solomon?
Mhm.
I was very little when the sheriff left, 94, 3 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Mm.
I don't remember seeing the sheriff or anything, but I know he lived next to us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
So,
Darn.
yeah, so I don't know. I'm glad everyone's hearing this, but yeah, I feel like that was the last
Good.
the old school
Mhm.
way of doing it.
Yeah.
I remember junior year, they told us the principal, Bob Workington, who was from Central. So I remember when he came, we're like, oh, we got a hardcore principal now. And he's a good guy. He came called an assembly, and he called us, he specifically said, anybody who hunts or fishes. That's what we called this. Like, all right, you got to quit bringing your guns to school.
Oh.
We had this big
Oh,
talk. You can't bring your guns and your gun racks anymore,
Mhm.
and you can't do that. And we're like, why? Like, well, do you lock your truck? No, someone can grab it. And it just, at the time, I remember going, why would anybody do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't
It wasn't even like a thought. Like,
Exactly.
why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I hear you.
just remember that so vividly. Can't bring your guns to school anymore.
Mhm.
Do you ever recall anybody doing that?
Yeah, because what happened is we had a new student from the city
Gotcha.
came, saw one,
Yep.
got freaked out,
Mhm.
called, and he goes, "We can't do that," because
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, I think that's how it went down. I don't remember. I vividly remember though. He goes, "You can't bring your guns to school anymore." We were mad.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna go dove hunting after football practice. You only get an hour.
Yeah, getting there. Yeah, that's,
Hmm. Yeah.
I'll be
That's
darned.
what I was mad about. Like to dove hunt.
Yeah, those doves are a lot of fun.
Mhm. Yes. Oh, we can, Barry and Vaughn will be available after the meeting too.
Can I
You're
you know where
absolutely
I'm at?
correct, yeah.
There's no,
Okay,
I don't know. You know where I'm at?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll just postpone. Think about it.
Let's do
Okay,
that.
all right.
Do that.
Got a lot of work done.
Yeah. I got some breakfast at least. I usually don't eat breakfast.
There you go, that's good then.
If I'm right next to Casey's Pizza,
That's
I
all.
love their breakfast pizza.
I like to go to Manhattan for breakfast at the, what's it called?
Early edition?
Yeah,
Oh, uh-huh.
east and west side.
Yeah,
That's right. Usually when you eat there, you're done for the day.
And my in-law, that's really.
Is that right?
Yeah, oh, you need to, give me a chance, you're up there.
Early edition?
Mhm.
Early
It's
edition.
great.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a Joe Snuffy on the west side,
Mhm.
kind of cafe kind of deal.
Mhm.
Plenty of room and,
Very popular amongst the churchgoers.
yeah.
I always liked that morning watch.
Yeah.
First watch.
That one's good too.
There are a lot of them in Kansas City area. And sensational skillet.
Yeah, they get a little fancy with it, with their breakfast.
I used to take the guys at Fort Riley and we'd go to Yoder, to the
Oh.
Amish settlement, and then we have a family style. That's what the purpose of it was, to have that family style, have everybody 20 or 30 people. And boy, those guys, they thought they could eat, but they couldn't. Of course, they bring out the pies too, you know.
Sure.
They weren't just a little piece.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they were big, you know.
Big pie.
Yeah, you gotta take it home. And then served like 3 types of meat,
Mhm.
2 types of vegetables, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Just kept it filled up till you was done eating, you know.
Mhm.
Pretty nice.
So I had a friend at school that his dad was a veterinarian, but he could fit in a nursery there in Tulsa, and Tulsa was having this big boom. And they'd bring in
10 minutes on
seminars
this
of trees
Mhm.
and have us unload them, but
executive.
for college kids,
Sure, that's enough, yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
stay at their house, and I mean, they had this huge mansion.
Oh, wow.
But,
And
One
I have a
time.
copy of
there were a couple of us that were track guys,
this,
and they brought
if you want that. And that's
two
a
of the
simple
basketball
film.
players.
But we got these in here anyway.
Oh, wow. After they worked this all day, they took.
Is Marcus coming out?
It was all you
He
could
is,
eat.
yes. He was working on
And they
getting a
don't
report
want
that
to
he's gonna send.
First time.
You-
I figured he
They
was.
want to fill you out.
Right.
If he- if he
And
works
we
here.
ate more,
Yeah,
I mean, more than what was comfortable, but I can't wait now. Maybe 3 steaks or something like that.
Wow, you were hungry.
And those 6'8", 6'10" guy, they probably about 5 of them.
Growing, young and growing. Have you guys ever been,
We're gonna have Natalie reach out to you.
they're big Texan, they call down there, they
They should make
serve
that announcement today.
72-ounce steak without the
It's
trimming.
official.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was free, if you can.
are you,
If you
Joe
can.
Stuffy did that for a while.
Did he?
There was like
Oh,
a time limit,
Well, I haven't met him.
Well, yeah, I think so.
and I think there was,
then I'll get,
I think also
once that
like
happens, I'll get a time set up.
potatoes with it.
with-
Yeah,
So you had
salad,
to- you had to clean the plate, you
Yes.
couldn't just wait for the steak.
Well,
correct.
just because of.
Yeah, I like it. Joe Stuffy. It's great.
He had pictures,
There's
they
a
had
form
3 or
that
4
we'll
people
actually
that did it.
work on.
Mhm.
The city will walk.
Oh, they actually had
But-
some.
And they had a few people try. So you pay a pretty good price.
Should probably know you, don't
Probably so, yes. Well.
you? know her?
Told Mary Sue, I said,
Not.
I hardly ate it, but it's at home. Yeah, you do that.
Okay,
I mean, you have to pay for it, don't you?
so she's familiar with the area, which is nice, then.
So,
Very
Her
good.
son's in the military at Fort Riley
Really? Okay.
or works out there, one of the two.
One, two,
Don't
okay.
quote me, But
Okay. Exciting news then.
yeah, it is. It is. She's excited to work with us. Okay. When we go into a public hearing, I just gavel and say this is a public hearing. I don't need to vote or need to do anything.
no,
right?
no, we don't, it doesn't call for a motion, it just says next thing on the agenda is public hearing. This time I'll open up the public hearing for comments or something.
There we go. That's the
Yeah.
part I'm missing.
Right.
Open the
Public,
comment.
and then closing the public hearing for at such and
Now, if someone is just going to give a report, you can have them give their report first, so they don't have to put all that minutes in the public hearing. But they can give their report and then it's for public.
Then have public, okay.
But it's,
Yeah.
and then all you do at the end is if there's no other comments, we'll close the public hearing. Gives someone a chance to raise their hand and say, well, wait, I got more, you know. And then go ahead and just close it by the gavel and then at that point,
Not yet.
you can
but we still have.
make a motion or discuss it or
And this one's just a hearing, we don't really make any decisions.
Correct.
Want me to read all this?
I don't know if it's necessary. I think probably just the first one, and then either John or Deb could go into the project specifically as to what's going on with it.
Right, probably what I'll do is I'll have them go into the project, then we'll open the public hearing for comments after that,
Mhm.
close it in the fall.
Perfect.
This is probably the public comments you're gonna have on it. Yes.
It's gonna get heated.
And Deb's not over here, so.
You have a good weekend, Marcus?
Yeah.
Good.
Chapman had some Labor Day festivities over there, so.
Okay.
I went over. They had a band one night and then a lot of activities.
They do a parade too, don't they?
Parade,
Yeah.
everything that we went over for. So, yeah, it was a nice weekend.
Is there more work taking place on Main Street there? And
There's been some new businesses and stuff going in there, but, or they've changed some ownership in a couple different places, but I haven't seen a lot.
Mhm.
Their parade, they kind of lucked out with the rain. As soon as I got to my truck after the parade was over, it started raining on me. So the rain just kind of came and went, but it never really shut down any of their activities.
Oh, that's good.
Abilene got hit really hard, but somehow it dodged Chapman, so they got lucky.
Hmm.
I took my daughter over for a 5K at 7 o'clock in the morning because she wanted to run the 5K. And when I left there, Christine called and said, we got like 3.5 or 4 inches of rain here now.
Awesome.
And it just drizzled on us a little bit
Wow.
over there, so got lucky.
You didn't run the 5K with her?
I need to get up off the couch.
That would have been a great deal.
I used to run. I just haven't done it for about a year or two, so. Yeah. It's like,
Right?
I know. I saw her doing it. I kind of got the itch once I got there that morning. Like,
It's 3.1 miles though. You've got to have a little preparation.
yeah.
Andrew ran a 5K, did you know that?
Yeah, that was a few years back.
Yeah, you got like 25th too.
Has he been doing it ever since?
No, you just a long time.
Just did it the one time
Yeah.
and called it good?
Had a kid, I guess he's hung it up.
That's, because I was, at the time, I was still running a little bit. I remember seeing that Andrew was running, like, I ran into a couple times and we talked about it. And then we both must have fallen off about the same time.
Yeah.
I kind of, just, I don't know, got busy. I let the kids do their activities now and I gave up running my own.
And once he had his daughter, I think it
So,
seems to be at home a little more. Morning.
Good morning.
Your board member?
That's right. That's my
Oh, it's pretty cool looking.
I'd actually.
I used to run those.
I know, it's,
Did you?
That's quite a few years back.
Thank you. yeah, that's super fancy.
Bring it over here. Let me see.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
I think I had to check with TSA before I brought it through. I'm like, can I bring this through here? It looks
Oh,
like it could
oh,
take-
man, yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah.
But you're fancy.
Yeah. When we do that, let's get a picture,
Can you?
get it up.
Yeah.
Right here.
Wow, that's great. Anderson,
Definitely
come
good.
back here and shake.
Yeah, either way, whatever you want to do.
Oh,
I just want to.
Yeah, no, it's heavy. It's.
Rising star, wow. That is cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
And they spelled Dickinson correct?
They did. They got it all right. They spelled my
Sometimes people want to put an E in.
Ian. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Good job.
Thank you. It's lots of fun.
So one time my cousin was a door prize at some monument, I showed him this, some group, they had a Bible made out of granite. And he won it, so he's lugging that thing through the airport. And of course, when it runs through the scanner, it's like, what is this? It's a granite Bible. And they're like, they aren't really buying that. I said, where'd you get it? And he was so frustrated. He said, I don't know, someone just gave it to me. So then it's like, okay, you step aside. Oh, it's just been a rock and leave it there. But it was heavy because it, you know.
No, I bet it was 30, 40 pounds.
We didn't leave it there though, did we?
No,
Oh.
well, but still, what are you gonna do?
Ron, he's so concerned with leaving it there.
Yeah.
Can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
You got it that far.
Yeah.
I didn't have to leave it.
This little jacket I wanted to draw on is, that's unpractical.
We had a farmer come to the farm, he goes, bring that hydraulic pump to the farm show. Picked up hydraulic pump, they're probably 50 pounds, 60 pounds, really about that big. And so he picked something up that dense. It's really hard to carry.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up coming to the show, came to the booth, he goes, yeah, I left that bubble 5 booths down, you gotta go get it.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm thinking, I didn't think you were gonna lug it through here, I thought you could maybe go to your car. He goes, oh, I was gonna bring it. So, I call this meeting to order. If we'd all rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Moving down to the approval of the agenda, we have a public hearing today. We also have the consider to purchase culvert pipe project. We have the denial of request to waive penalties, and also going to be having an executive session today. That is what we have on the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Moving down to consent agenda, minutes are provided for you in your packets, commissioners, for August 28th meeting. Expenditures of $205,669.71, hand checks of $35. SD security wire of $4,617, and indigent, I can't say that word, indigent defense, $17,400.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Moving down to commissioner comments and committee reports, I'll start off this week.
Commissioner, sorry to interrupt you. You need to add the denial letter to the agenda.
I did. Denial.
Yes, you did. Never mind.
Yep. We should be good.
Yes, you should begin. Okay.
You sure?
Yes, I'm positive now.
No, I'm just making,
Keep me
I want to make
straight.
sure too.
Keep me straight.
I'll go ahead and start commissioner comments this week. We have decided, the board has approved to hire a new director for the Economic Development Corporation of Dickinson County. Her name is Natalie Morato. We'll get some more formal introductions, but that is formally done. She'll actually start the position, October 1st, I believe is what she just told us. She is going to be there on a part-time capacity throughout this September month. So if you do end up wanting to get with her, you can, or meet with her, anybody can, but she's kind of in and out. So don't just kind of expect a little bit of a delay, but we're very excited, very appreciative that Natalie took the job. And I think we got a really good director and pretty excited about the future. So that's all I have. Lynn?
I do not have anything this week.
Okay. Ron?
I did spend a little bit of time Tuesday at the Juvenile Detention Center. Just so the public knows, the Juvenile Detention Center has been running pretty full for the last year and a half. And they're looking at expanding, and all the paperwork's done to move to Ottawa, move other inmates to Ottawa, so on and so forth. So it's all working out good. Again, we're just waiting for state approval, and I think we'll be on the road.
They'll still have the center over there at
Correct.
Junction City though, so this is.
Yeah, this is just the next one.
Overflow or extra. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you, Ron. We have no petitions or proclamations. We'll move on to a public comment period. If Janelle Doctor, Public or County Administrator would read the rules, please.
For the Open Meetings Act, KSA 75-4317 and 75-4318A, As the elected board, the county commission is not allowed to meet or make any decisions without posting the meeting. They are only allowed to act on items on the agenda which they set. During the regular meeting, the county commission may allow for public comments on items not listed on the approved agenda. It is at the discretion of the county commission if they allow comments on agenda items. If you wish to provide comments, please come forward to the podium and state your name and address. If you are online, raise your hand and we will unmute you. Please state your name and address. Each person may speak for 3 minutes. The allotted time will start after the speaker has given his or her name and address. Public comment shall be addressed to the county commission only and not to the speaker or the audience. Only the county commission will be permitted to ask the speaker questions. The public comment period is not a back and forth discussion with the county commission. You should make your views and input known to them, but it is not a time to ask them questions. You should not expect them to respond to your comments. Comments may express support or agreement with the previous speakers, but in the interest of time, please do not repeat the same information. You may state something to the effect of your name and address and you agree with the previous speaker. It is important to maintain a respectful, non-threatening atmosphere for anyone who would like to speak. Please do not engage in such actions as cheering, booing, clapping, insults, threats, etc.
A few moments here, see if anyone has any comments. Any comments from the crowd? Hopefully we do today. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to reports from county officers, starting with County Administrator Janelle Dockendorf.
Commissioners, first I would like to recognize Alyssa Boss. Alyssa is the 2025 Rising Star Award winner from the GMIS, which is the Government Management Information System. So want to congratulate her. This is an incredible honor. She is the only awardee for the year. It's a nationwide, it's an international group. So this speaks very well of Alyssa. And I'm just very proud that we have somebody like that working for us. So I didn't know if you have a couple comments that you want to.
Love it if you want, if you don't, it's fine. Speech.
And Dustin Parks is here as well. So
No, honestly, this award wouldn't be possible without the support that you guys give me here at the county. Because in all reality, every time I come here and I go, I have a great idea for a project, and I explain what the project is going to do and how it's going to help the county in the future, I always have 100% support behind me. And so by having that kind of support, it enables me to be able to make Dickinson County look great on a national and international stage. So thank you guys.
We're proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
Can I
much.
get a picture real quick?
Absolutely.
Come on back.
your award.
A pretty little award.
Yeah.
Everybody stand in the middle between us?
Sure, that'll work.
You want to stand?
Sure. Okay. I'll get in here.
Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I took a couple, so we should be good. Perfect. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Congratulations.
guys.
Got an all-star here.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
You're not leaving, right? Not changing jobs? No?
I'm going to answer on your behalf. No.
No,
Keep her
I
around.
have no plans to go anywhere. I absolutely love it.
Perfect. No, just teasing you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, and to support, I mean, thinking of our whole IT department and
Yes,
Dustin and just everybody is just.
We've got a great IT department.
yes, we were very, very fortunate. So Dustin actually wrote the nomination letter. Yes.
Oh, reflective of the whole department in the county, so congratulations. Yeah.
Perfect. A couple other things, the paint striping has started this week, so everybody just be aware of that. They started on Key Road in the southern part of the county, and they're moving east and then coming back up around. They will continue that on. We had 90, almost 100 miles that we were paint striping. The EMS department is finalizing the mobile integrated health, which is the community paramedicine program, the grant for the annual report. This is for the first year, so they'll get that completed. The Public Works Department is Durapatching in the city of Enterprise. They've identified several roads there that they would like to have our crews work on, and that's something that we've done for the past several years with many of the communities. They pay for the materials and then a little bit of labor, so it works out very well. And our zoning director will be attending the Floodplain Association annual meeting in Wichita. He's there today, yesterday and today. So, and that's all we'd have unless you have any questions for me.
I do not, commissioners. All right, I don't believe Doug is with us today, so we won't have a report from our county counselor. Move down to, do we have any notices or communications today?
No, we do not.
I did have one,
Oh, I'm sorry.
where someone made a comment, and they had asked about, on Fair Road, right after you get off of interstate there, that there were some potholes. And they were wondering if the county could address those, and they were thinking especially for winter time. And I know, Janelle, you have more information on that, but I guess the thing that comes to mind, whether it's a Interstate 70 or a state road or a county road, I mean, there are different responsibilities, but then for the general public, they just, let's get this thing figured out, kind of like on the snow removal.
Right.
So I don't know if there's any thoughts or if there's any additional leverage that the county could put on KDOT to take care of that, and maybe it's on their list. I mean, but we need to make them aware of it at least, because sometimes, just like with the county, someone can say, well, this road needs to be taken care of, but if nobody's told us,
Mhm.
I mean, we'd most likely catch it, I would think anyway, but.
Right. I mean, we encourage citizens, if they do see something, to either call us or call into KDOT. And we can certainly let them know it, since that is technically the approach is their responsibility to take care of. And
So
we
it
can,
is KDOT.
it is
not
KDOT.
the Counties.
It's not the counties, it is KDOT.
Let's, if we can help
Yes.
facilitate that, or
Mhm.
I think I'd like that done on their behalf.
Yes.
Because that is, they always used to call it the Talmadge Road. I mean, that's
Mhm.
it is an actively used road.
Yes, it is. Yes, yeah. We can certainly do that.
I know there was some potholes and did we end up filling some of those that were on the concrete approach?
On the frontage road there in front of Love's, yes.
Yeah.
We worked with the city to take care of that, yes. Yeah.
That's all I had though.
Everything else? Jenna?
I do not.
No communication, so let's move down to other business. John, do you want to come up and briefly, and I don't know if is Deb online?
Deb is online, yes.
Okay.
And she should be able to speak if need be, but I'm sure John's got it.
Actually, I was hoping Deb had it, but.
And if Deb can hear me, all I would like is a brief, just explain the project, and then I'll open the public hearing for comment after that. So just kind of a brief explanation of what's going on, and then we'll hold the public hearing.
I'll let Deb do the intro on the program, and I'll talk about the project specifically, if that's okay.
Perfect.
Yes, good morning,
Should
everyone.
be
Are you
unmuted.
able to hear me?
Good to go.
Can you hear
There,
me?
Deb?
Are you able to hear me?
Is it unmuted, isn't she? Yeah, but
So you could kind of fill in as far as what Deb's responsibility or participation level is on this, and
I can,
And I can read it too. I mean, that's fine. So what we're gonna
Can you
hold a
hear?
public hearing about is to review an application being submitted by the Kansas Department of Commerce for small cities and community development block grant program funds under the downtown commercial rehabilitation category. A specific project application to be discussed is the rehabilitation of the building located at 109 Northwest Third Street, Abilene, Kansas, and other related activities within the city limits of Abilene. There's another name for that building.
Steinhauser.
Steinhauser building. So if anybody's curious, that's the building we're talking about. And that is what we're holding the public hearing about. I wish Deb could talk, but Deb is the director of the North Central Regional Planning Commission. That is the commission that is tasked with giving these grants, applying these grants out. And that is her involvement in this. There's a lot more of her involvement than that, but
yeah, they're gonna be the grant administrator, and this program basically has to be applied for on behalf of the community. So I'm actually, Apple's not allowed to apply on my behalf since I sit on that board, which is why we came to the county. Just for a little bit of background, I think we spoke about that in one of the previous informational meetings. But the goal with this is basically to do a facade rehabilitation for that whole stretch. And it's the address is 109 Northwest Third Street. Historically, it's been 2 buildings, but it will essentially be 3 storefronts on both 2nd and 3rd Street. And so in this case, the county is actually the applicant. North Central Regional Planning Commission will be the grant administrator. And we will use those funds basically to help bring economic development downtown. I think I spoke about this a little bit. We do have one business that's committed. We have another business that has a strong interest in moving in probably within the next 6 to 9 months, which is about on our construction schedule, hopefully. So, and that would be retail, not just office or a use maybe that would be a little bit more exciting, maybe draw some foot traffic and excitement. So hopefully that will move forward. It's still pretty early, but we're just really excited about this project. This is specifically what we're looking for, is to basically redo all of the glass on the main floor. This is only for the main floor, and then also some masonry work. There's some of the stones that I guess have just been removed, so those will be replaced, and just really kind of give it a cohesive look and really kind of beautify that downtown. That's really kind of a gateway, especially from the south. As you see the downtown coming past this building, that's kind of the first look that a lot of people have at the downtown. So we're excited to move forward with that.
Was Deb trying to get on the phone?
She was trying to get on the phone and they could hear her on the live stream, but I don't know why we can't hear her here. It's a little frustrating.
So can you hear me now? I just dialed in.
Thought maybe I could.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
We don't have this.
Yeah.
Oh, those are supposed to do? Yeah. Okay.
We should be able to on that side. So do you have her phone number for chance? Okay. I know I've got it somewhere.
Number is 275-2499.
275.
24.99.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to get off of the Zoom. I had dialed in by phone and you couldn't hear me that way either, or at least I wasn't added. So I'm going to just disconnect from the online.
Okay.
Okay, can you still hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, very good. So sorry about that. Yeah, I could hear you great and could see you, but obviously the two-way wasn't working.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, just to backtrack a little bit, I think you really did a great job of covering it already. I don't know that you needed me to weigh in, but you are correct that we are working with John and the architect that he has engaged, and then we'll prepare grant documents and things for submission, and then hopefully we'll be back on the 18th for those to be signed and in front of the commission for final approval before things are submitted. And all going well, as far as I know at this point, we have, we're starting to gather information and getting closer, and hopefully we'll be in good shape, and then we'll submit, projected to submit on the 22nd of September. I do know from recent communications with Commerce that there has been a lot of interest in this program, and so funds are going quickly, but we're still hoping that we'll be able to be fortunate enough to get some funding in this particular funding round. So we're happy to answer questions that you have.
I don't know if I have too many. We kind of covered it in the first meeting. Is there anything we need to be doing, I guess, is the question. Doesn't sound like it is, though.
I think this is the next box to check off.
Yeah.
And to keep it moving along. And you gave us a lot of drawings and been really in a very professional manner.
Anything else you guys would like to add? If not, I'll open up for public hearing comment and go from there. Okay. We're now entering a public hearing for comment over the notice of the Downtown Commercial Rehabilitation CDBG application. I will open it up for public comment at this time. Is there a limit at a certain time? We gotta wait.
Wait at least a minute. And, yeah.
We'll give it another minute here.
Quite often there isn't comments, so.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say there's no public comments over this notice. And I'm gonna go ahead and close the hearing. Thank you for coming in and letting us know. I know you already presented, but thank you. We're excited to see the project come together, and sounds like September 22nd may be when the application really comes through, so.
It'll be on the agenda on the 18th, so.
18th.
Thank you, guys.
If you guys, if you have any questions along the way, feel free to reach out and I'll stay in touch.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Deb.
Yes, thank you. Have a good rest of your day and certainly reach out if questions come up later on in the meeting or at any moment. So thank you.
Will do. Thank you. Okay, moving on to the next agenda item. We have the considered purchase of the culvert pipe project on 3563 Ring Road and 2914 Barn Road. Commissioners, you should have that provided with you. On the sheet, we have two companies that gave us, actually three, well, two that gave us bids, J&J Drainage Products and Comtech. Staff is recommending the bids be both accepted to J&J Drainage of $86.80 and 88 cents. There is about a $60 discrepancy technically between, we could mix and match those, but for continuity and just our time management, it makes a little more sense to just hire one contractor if we can. So I would have to agree with the staff to go with J&J Drainage Products on this particular bid for both 3563 Rain Road and 2914 Rain Road. Barn Road, sorry.
In the amount.
In the amount of $8,680.88.
I'll second that.
Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Do you know when he'll start that or when that'll get started?
No, I don't know. They need to finish up with the driveways and shouldering that they've done on the asphalt project. So once that's done, so it'll be a good fall project for them.
Thank you. The next agenda item we have today is a formal denial of request to waive penalties on the interest of some property that had some back taxes. I'm trying to find it in my packet here. I'm not finding it. Thank you. We went over this last week. I don't think we need to go too far into the details unless you guys have some comments to make about it. But essentially this would deny the property owner's request to waive the interest fees applied to the back taxes that they owe. Just a little bit of background into that. He has been talking, or he did speak with our treasurer, Leah Hearn, and has discussed the payment method of how he's going to try to get the taxes back in order. There's nothing official there. He was waiting for our response before he officially told us what he was going to do. So this is our official response. And like I said, I'd recommend that we deny his request. But that's not a motion. I'll open it up for discussion.
Part of the discussion we had earlier is this would just be consistent with how it's handled with other property owners. And sometimes people do fall behind for various reasons. And there is opportunity to work with the treasurer's office for payment plans. But that's kind of the main thought I had on this is it's consistent, it's fair for how we do other things as far as the policy on this.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Ron, you got?
I agree.
And considering we just had a tax sale, I think that sends another message to it. So I'll go ahead and motion that we would deny the request to waive the interest penalties for the property in question here.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
I will mention that they've done some improvements and, compliance things and stepped things up there with his property. And so it is a very viable property, and I think they have opportunity for great success in the future.
Okay. This is our last, one more agenda item, which is executive session. So if we're ready, I move the county commission recess into executive session for a period of 10 minutes for the purpose to discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel to protect the privacy of the individual pursuant with KSA 754319B. The executive session shall include the county commission, assistant county administrator, and county administrator. The regular meeting will resume the room at 11:34. So we will break at 11:24.
Did you say what you're discussing?
Yeah, non-elected personnel,
That's not a discussion.
Contract.
contract.
Okay.
Sorry. Do I have a second?
All second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We're going to break for executive session. I did it quick, sorry. I thought it was,
You said
the motion that we leave executive session and return to regular session.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I believe,
No action.
no, I guess you're right. No action was taken at this time in the executive session. With that being said, I believe that is our last agenda item today. I would motion to adjourn.
Second it.
Thank you, everybody.